Want to pick up some nice wine to serve with dinner over the holidays, but don't want to break the bank? Talk about great wines for the holidays here. Natalie McLean, author of Unquenchable, A Tipsy Quest for the World's Best Bargain Wines, which Amazon just named one of the best books of 2011. Good morning.
Hi,
Natalie.
Andrew.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So what are you drinking with breakfast this morning? What is your breakfast wine?
Well, what I prefer with cornflakes is an unoaked Chardonnay because I find the oaked versions are just a little too heavy for the cereal.
Yeah, of course. But seriously, what are your top holiday wine picks?
Well, there are just so many great wines out there these days, and you don't have to pay a lot. Lots of reasons because, competition is increasing, new regions and so on. But some of my favorites do come from Canada. If I look at Quebec, the ice ciders are pretty amazing. There's one called Neige, snow, of course. That's a lovely after-dinner wine, especially around the holidays. And the Neige ice ciders are often a lot cheaper than the ice wines, but yeah. I'm also a favorite or I also prefer the ice wines, like Inniskillens.
But the ice wines are they're crazy. They're like $60 for like a little tiny bottle.
Yeah, but bargain to me doesn't mean absolutely cheap. It means price-quality ratio.
Oh, okay.
If you look at the ice wines and compare them to Sauternes, like Chateau Yquem from Bordeaux, you're still paying a fraction of the cost. But they're very expensive, Andrew, because of how they're made and harvested in the wintertime, right, by the time the deer and the rabbits have had at them and the weather and everything else. So they are pricey to make.
Okay, so let's look at, we're shopping, we want to pick up a red or a white or
sure,
something for dinner.
Absolutely. So two of my favorite spots for great bargains are Chile and Argentina. So if I look at Chile, Errázuriz is one. I know that's a mouthful. Carmen is another. If we go over to Argentina, Alamos, which is made by Catina, or Doña Paula, is a fantastic wine, and I have posted these at nataliemclean.com if people are scrambling to write them down.
Yeah, we'll put a link through CJ80.com.
Perfect.
Alamos, right?
Alamos.
I don't remember the Alamos.
You remember it?
I don't remember it.
Oh, okay. It was a long time ago. But it's made by Catina in Argentina, and they make a range of wines from $14 right up to $70. But that's kind of an insider tip. Look at a great producer and go for the low end of their line. It's almost like, when you look at designer labels and they often have a second label.
Right.
You're still getting that craftsmanship and that quality, but you're paying a lot less for it.
Okay. How much should I pay for a wine?
Well, that's entirely subjective.
No, well, you're bringing somebody, you're bringing somebody to somebody's house, and you like to keep it close, below $15, say.
Sure, I think you can. I think in that range of $10 to $15, you can find lots of terrific wines that do taste twice as expensive as they cost.
And what's a good example of one?
Well, some of the ones I mentioned, like Errázuriz from Chile, they make wonderful fleshy red wines from Carmenere, which is very similar in style to Merlot, Cabernet. If you go back to that Alamos, Malbec is a great full-bodied red that's a lot like Cabernet. But those wines, they're all in that price range, and yet they taste a whole lot more than you would expect for the price. Okay.
What would you bring to turkey dinner?
I would bring, turkey can be dry, especially the way we cook it.
Right, yeah.
And so you need a nice, juicy, mouth-watering wine to moisten up the meat. So I like either Pinot Noir, if you're a fan of red wine, or Riesling. Because both of those have that, acidity that's wonderful with that meal. Okay.
And a Pinot Noir that's not going to break the bank?
Exactly. I would look for one from Niagara or the Okanagan because they're terrific. They're not cheap, but they are a lot less expensive than Burgundy, France. So they, $25, $30. You're not going to pay less. I know. They call it the heartbreak grape for a reason. It's difficult to make and expensive.
Okay. Well, we'll get the full list at nataliemclean.com.
Thank you,
And we'll put a link through CJ80.com. That's Natalie McLean, author of Unquenchable, A Tipsy Quest for the World's Best Bargain Wines, which Amazon just named Best Books of 2011. It is